Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Connor, and today I'm going to be going over what's keeping you and your business from being successful, all right? So, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, it's not super hard to start a business and start making money. I mean, you have Shopify, you have ClickFunnels, you have Stripe, you have every single tool that you need. Okay, all you need is a computer, a phone, and some internet. That's all you need, honestly. And you can start an online business or you can start whatever kind of business you want pretty fast and pretty easy. And if I'm being completely honest, with some focus, it shouldn't be crazy hard to hit 10K a month. All right. But this is kind of an approach that I have now that's really changed everything for me. And I know that it can help you guys too. All right. So if you're watching this video, chances are you're sub $100,000 a year. Maybe you're just about that range. And I just want to show you what I learned that just really helped me and my business start to somewhat explode, I'd say. All right. So this is you right now. Okay. You're starting a business. Maybe you're at $100,000 a year. Maybe you're less. It doesn't really matter. All right. But when people start an online business or whenever they start any kind of business, most of the time they set these goals of, oh, I want this huge mansion. I want this nice car. I remember I had some stupid goals when I was first starting entrepreneurship. Like I wanted to buy a bazooka. I wanted like a monkey. I just wanted all this stuff. And it was just stupid, dude. It was just stupid. And these aren't things that you should want when you're starting a business. And if it's just about money, you're really not passionate about it, I promise you're not going to be successful. Chances are. All right. So this is you right now. Okay. You're kind of lost. You have this business. You're making some money and stuff, but you're very poor. And when I mean poor, I'm saying you're very time poor. All right. So, like I said, it's not super hard to start an online business in 2020. All right. So to get to 10K, you can do many things. Okay. So the go-tos pretty much are Shopify, digital marketing, and similar businesses. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with these businesses. And I'd say that these are some of the businesses that are the easiest to get to 10K a month, honestly. Okay. So you have consulting, you have, which I'd consider digital marketing, where you're selling not a product, but you're selling a skill essentially. Essentially, you know how to solve a problem for someone. So digital marketing, for example, would be, you know how to bring people more leads, and those leads lead to revenue. So people are willing to pay a decent amount for it. If you're starting a Shopify store, you're willing to solve people's problems by giving them products that they want. And they can be considered impulse buys if they're under about $30. But it's not crazy hard to do that. All you have to do is put yourself out there and really just take a chance, man. You can't give a fuck about what people think. If you fail, you fail, man. But if you're worried about people that are going to judge you if you fail, you shouldn't be in business because you're not going to be able to handle the heat. All right. So this is you. Let's say that you get to 100K a month. 100K. Sorry about my drawing. 100K, if you look at studies, happiness levels. All right. So you have people. Okay, this is a fun fact. All right. So they said that the dopamine that you get released when you make $1 billion is the same dopamine level that you get when you hit $1 billion. All right. So people that finish, I don't know if I said that right. People that make $1 billion have the same dopamine release as people that like finish a level of a video game. Okay. So if you finish a whole game, it's the same amount of dopamine release. All right. So people keep chasing this dopamine. They keep chasing and chasing. All right. And once you hit 100K, that is essentially the happiest that you're going to be. And what I mean by that, okay, let me get into that because a lot of people are going to be kind of confused at this point. If you look at studies and you look at how happy people are based on their revenue, people that make, I believe it was 105K a year that's like the top of the slope or whatever. Okay. So people that are poor, it goes like this. All right. So it goes up 100K. And then once you're there, you're able to cover your expenses. You're able to have a pretty fucking good life. You're able to travel. You're able to have a house, an apartment, whatever you want. You're stable. Okay. And the cool thing about that is as long as you're not stupid with the money, you should feel fulfilled because you don't have a bunch of responsibilities. And I call this concept slavery. All right. So a lot of people, I've never heard anyone say this before. I never got this information from anyone, but please listen to this. I call this slavery, okay? So you're slaving away to get to 100K. You reach this point, you get the dopamine release, and it's like, what's next? What's next? And there's nothing against making money, but once people make 100K, let's say you get to, you're stable, you got your house, your vacations and stuff, and then you join slavery. I'll just put S, because you want this fancy car. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, like, I bought a pretty nice car. I have a Rolex. I got all this stuff. This shit doesn't make you that happy, man. And I promise you that. What makes you happy is finding fulfillment in your business. And that's really what you should strive for. And how do you find fulfillment in your business? Well, that's finding something that you're passionate about and making that your business and putting your all into it. And when you join slavery, why I call it slavery is because it's like shiny object syndrome. Okay. So instead of enjoying your life at 100K, you have all this freedom. You have all this time to put into your business. You decide, I'm not going to keep this money in my business. I'm not going to keep moving forward. I'm going to join slavery by buying this fancy car, by financing this. I see a lot of stupid people leasing cars that they can't afford. And let's say that you hit $1 million, okay? A lot of people go out and buy that Bugatti, and then something changes economically, and their business slows down, and then they're fucked. Honestly, for lack of better terms, they're fucked. So instead of chasing shiny object syndrome right here by getting cars, shit, that's terrible, watches. All right, I'm not even going to try, to be honest. Cars, watches, a bunch of fancy stuff that essentially you can't afford. Quote by GZ, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it at all. All right. So they join slavery and add to their workload and take away from the freedom that they got at 100K by getting all this fancy stuff. Dude, honestly, do you think Bill Gates gives a fuck if you have a fancy car? Do you think that Steve Jobs would have cared if you had a bunch of watches? No, it doesn't matter, because they strived to give their customers the best service. And how you do that is getting rid of this slavery and just reinvesting that money into your business. Because if you can make 100K, you can make $1 million. If you can make $1 million, you can make 100 million. Or not 100 million, I'd say 10 million. 10 million, 100 million. Okay. And so rather than putting your money towards cards, I really, really suggest that you put it back into your business. And why is that? I heard someone say, if you can't spend the money on stupid shit like that, then what's the point of even working for it? The point of fucking working for it is to be able to create a product, a business, and find something that people love. Being able to solve a problem better than anyone else, and that solution is worth more than the money that people will pay for it. I'll say it again. The solution that you come up with in your business is worth more than the money that people are going to pay for it. Okay? So people would rather pay extra money for an Uber than drink and drive or have to drive somewhere when they don't have a car. People would rather, I don't know, use pay for ClickFunnels than have to work on coding and learn all those skills. And it's smart. It's time efficient. It's considered investing because you're putting money towards something that's going to grow. Okay, so I wouldn't consider investing with Uber, but essentially ClickFunnels, you're saving that time that you would be putting towards coding, and it's considered an investment because you can use that time towards something else and giving the customers the best experience with your business. Okay, so people get to 100K, technically 105K if you look at studies, and they go into slavery. I know people are going to talk about that, and I don't know, but instead of putting that money towards stuff that's going to put you in slavery and put you into more work, because once you get here, so you got the cars, whatever else, then you have to get to the next number. You have to get to, let's say, 500K. You have to. You're putting yourself through slavery. You have to be able to pay for this stuff. And you're just looking for the next dopamine release. And you're hoping that it comes from buying something fancy. Okay? So my question to you is, what's easier? To get a business where it's making 100K a month, let's say you're keeping 3K of it after rent, after all your expenses, after traveling and just like enjoying the money but not being stupid with it, and investing that into your business. Imagine how much easier it is to get to 500K instead of having, let's say, $500 a month left over because of all the stupid shit that you decided to buy. Okay. Grant Cardone, you see him with a bunch of fancy stuff, but if you read his book, which I recommend, I think it was a good book. You read his book, or you really look at what makes him purchase those is he does not purchase anything fancy or luxury or whatever you might want to call it, like cars and the watches and everything else that he has, until he can afford it with passive income. And why does he do that? For the same concept that I just showed you right now. He doesn't want to go into slavery. And I'm going to think of a better term for that because I don't know. But he knows that if he's putting a bunch of money that he had to work hard for into that, he has to fucking get to this number to be comfortable. And then once you get to 500K, that's when 500K a year, that's when you really, really go after the fancy stuff. And then you got to go to $1 million a year. And then you got to go to more and more and more. And there's nothing wrong with spending money on nice stuff. But when you can't afford it, that's when it's stupid. And that's when you're putting yourself at risk and you're not going to be happy. Because I'm telling you right now, if you want to find a business model or you want to find something or a problem to solve that you're passionate about, because you should want to reinvest that money into your business to get to this number, to get to this number. It shouldn't be out of, oh shit, I have a car payment. I gotta make this amount of money. I gotta do this because I was stupid with my money. It shouldn't be like that at all. It should be, I'm passionate about my business. This is what's making me happy. I'd rather put time and effort into this business than the time and energy that it would cost to take out of my business to get a car. Let's say, for example, one of my mentors, Sam Evans, okay? He was telling me about the first Ferrari that he got, okay? He was saying how he made his first $1 million and then he had to take the money out of his business. So he said the car that he got was about $300,000. And then he had to take the money out of his business. So he had to take it out. About $100,000 was lost to taxes because he took it out of his business. And then he had to go through the effort of putting it, and then he had to go through the effort of getting the car, and then he had maintenance. So not only is it costing you the money, but you're losing time because now he has to deal with maintenance, now he has to deal with gas, now he has to go out and get the car, order it, bring it back. And yeah, that makes some people happy, but to a lot of people, if you reinvest that money into your business, it's a lot less stressful. I call it the war chest, okay? So if you have money left over and you're able to get to this number, and let's say, for example, something bad happens, okay? Something bad happens. You have money right here. You have money right here to defend your business. And right now I'm at the point where I have a decent amount of money, okay? If something else came along and outmatched my business, then I would be able to improve the business or fix it in whatever way I want. A lot of people don't have that leftover money, okay? They took the money out, they're poor, but they have these depreciating assets that aren't making them happy and are only impressing people that you shouldn't care to be impressed just cause, okay? And I can tell you right now, a lot of the people online that you're seeing on Instagram and stuff that have these nice cars and whatever else, I'm telling you, they make it seem like everyone that goes into business is successful. But to be real, the people that start Shopify businesses, the number was 98. 98% of people that start them fail, okay? So it's not all about that. And if you look at it, every single person that has like these Lamborghinis or whatever else, they're selling a course. It's considered an investment because they're taking all that money that they're putting into a car and they're making more money off the car than if they didn't have it, okay? So for them, for example, I consider it smart, okay? Because they're selling people that are stupid. People that are stupid are going to be like, oh, shoot, he has a nice car. I want a nice car. I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. But really smart people, they don't just buy a car unless they're at this number, okay? So rather than going to this kind of stuff and spending all your money right here, wait to get this stuff until you're right here. And wait to get more stuff until you're ahead of that, okay? Because that makes it so much easier to get from this number to this number and this number to this number. And it makes it so less stressful when you have money in the bank right here. You can try things. You can try going this way, this way, this way. And one of the things that you try right here is going to lead to this. But if you have no money and something bad happens, you're gone. you're back to square root. Okay, because you didn't put your money into smart stuff. And then right here, you got to pay for all this stuff. And with what money? Because all the money that you just spent went to this. And I have no leftover money. And essentially, you're done because you didn't make the right choice in reinvesting into your business, keeping money right here just in case something bad hits. And you're keeping these options out of the way. You're keeping yourself from being able to try different things to get to this number. And then once you're right here, instead of putting it towards stuff that's going to put you in slavery, you want to try different things. And one of those things is going to lead to this. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people look at people and they think the idea of being successful involves cars, mansions, and essentially it involves being time poor. Okay, you're always going, you never get breaks, you don't even have time to enjoy the stuff that you have because you have so much going in and out. But when you simplify it, I promise you'll be a lot more happy. And that's why if you look at successful people, it's like a trend now to be minimalistic. It's like a trend, okay? And no, I'm not saying that it's wrong to buy nice stuff, okay? I bought nice stuff and I enjoy it. But a lot of the stuff I bought before, other than my car and my Rolex, I sold because I realized that it's stupid. And I use that money to get to this number, and everything, right when you understand this concept and you really apply it, I promise you everything will change for you, okay? So do me a favor. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know if there's any more videos that you guys want. And just, yeah, I really suggest that rather than going right here, you go here. And if you're just getting to this number for this stuff, then I suggest you don't start a business. Okay? I suggest that you get a job, you go to college, you do whatever else. And so you're comfortable, okay? Because once that big hit comes, you're going to go right here. And then you're going to have this stuff right here. And then you're going to go backwards. Okay? So like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know any other video ideas. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.